represent what you own. They actually proof of what you own, either online or doesn't have to be online. You can actually, if you want, if you have a land, you can actually create a, you can actually, now the title deed. The title deed is what you can use as an NFT because it's what proves that you have the land. That's basically what an NFT is. Let me talk about DAOs. So I'm glad Lane talked about the DAOs. DAOs, I'll not talk much about DAOs. DAOs, I'll just say how they briefly work. In a DAO, you actually, it's like this organization. Let's just say we are all one organization, and this one organization, we want everyone to be equal and everyone to have one voice, to have equal power. What can we do? Currently, we cannot have. Currently with the current systems that we have, you can see there is a manager, there is a CEO. So things cannot be done like you can only rely on what he will tell you, on what he will tell you to do. Now in DAOs, it's actually a contract. There is actually code. There's actually code written on a DAO organization, and that enables it. That enables it to run. Yeah, basically, and it defines how the fundings in the organizations are to be spent, and the voting rights of all the members. And actually, in a DAO, if anything wants to be implemented, everyone must put a vote and must vote for it. So I think, there's a lot I could have talked about, but I don't know. Anthony took all my time.
So we're going to have a small Q&A.
By the way, about NFTs and about NFTs, DAOs, any Q&A.
Yeah, and then okay, we are going to have a small Q&A. Then we are going to then we are going to meet at the main canteen. Then we are going to take our lunch as we are forming teams, and then you guys can interact. Okay. Yeah. Four. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Smama too. Yes. Stand up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Idea. Yeah. Okay. On what we are going to do is we are going to use unique identifiers for individuals. Then these unique identifiers, we are going to use zero knowledge proofs to map them with public address. So you have a public address. The public address is usually posted in the blockchain with the transaction details. Now the problem is when you send someone money, when I send you some tokens, you will know my public address. And if you are a very curious person, and maybe you want to know how much money does this person have, you will take my public address and post it on the chain. Then you will see all the transactions I have ever done, and then you can easily tell how much. Okay, like how much I transact, how much money you think I transact. But if you use, for example, when I'm sending you the tokens, I will enter your number. Then when I enter your number, phone number, just like M-Pesa, phone number. Then that phone number is going to be mapped to the public address, and then the public address won't know the actual phone number, so people won't be able. That is where zero knowledge proofs come in. Like the phone number will be mapped into the public address without knowing the actual phone number. Yeah? No, you still use the same phone number. So if you use the same phone number, your phone number is your unique identifier. Are you getting it? But the problem with all the blockchain networks currently is you give someone a public address. Now, if you can build a system that enables someone to give you the phone number, not the public address. So if you have the phone number, you won't know the public address. You get the point? Right?
Yeah.
And when you don't know the public address, you won't know how this person transacts. Are you getting the point? So it will not be easy to check the transactions of another person. Yeah. Have I answered you?
I hadn't finished asking, but even the phone number has even raised a more dire question. So you see, blockchain is for creating anonymity. So once someone can see my phone number, they can, for example, in Kenya, someone can take my phone number to Safaricom and now know the owner of this phone number and start bothering him, like following up on him. But that's just a by the way. So to continue with the question.
I think I will answer you that one.
Okay.
That's where the knowledge comes in. It will be on safe, but it will be hidden. It's like your password. For example, your password. When you are entering your password, the computer won't know your password. It won't know your password because if it can store your password, then it's like your account is going to be vulnerable. So you are like the way you interact with, even when you go to a site and you enter the password, it won't store your password. So and that's an instance of zero knowledge. Like it knows your password without knowing the actual password. Do you get the point? So even as it will know the phone number without knowing the actual phone number, something like that, something close to that. Yeah. Okay.
We have seen some reports of some DAOs being hacked and millions of dollars being stolen, but then now they are traced and the coins are blacklisted. I'm not saying yours will be hacked, but let's say yours has been hacked by someone, then now you want to probably blacklist the hacker not to use your tokens. How will you achieve that? Then just a final one. How is your technology now transparent? Because it's like now it's hiding everything.
No, it will be transparent between the two people who are transacting, not everyone in the network. I think it's okay. So like you want everyone to know how much money you transact at the.
Know how much money you have. You see, if a random person transacts in the blockchain, it's there. Anybody in the world can see. So it's transparent. But you are saying just the two of you. So it's not transparent. I'm not sure if I understand English, but to me, that's not transparency. So, yeah, so I was just concerned, but it's a cool technology.
Okay, maybe I'll talk to you. I'll come personally and okay. By the way, it's a good question. It's a good question, but actually the problem we were trying to solve is on people sometimes abuse that power. So for example, even developers, even for example, I can build, me and Brian we can build a DAO and decide, let's hack our system and we withdraw the money, yeah, so we know how the system works, we decide let's hack our own system, then you say it was hacked. You see, and that's a problem. So even us, we won't know what you guys are doing. Even us, it's just like money. When central government print money and they send it to the economy, they don't know what happens to this money. Are you getting it? So we are creating real money. Okay, it's real. Like one of the most important features of money, which have been neglected in the blockchain sphere. Yeah.
They say they are regulating Bitcoin. What do governments mean when they say they are regulating Bitcoin?
I think what the government is doing to regulate Bitcoin is blacklisting addresses, which they think is criminal. For example, if they can map address to a person who has a criminal history, they blacklist that address, and then the bitcoins that are in that address cannot be exchanged for real money. Okay. Have you gotten the point? Yeah. Yeah.
Can you hear me? So I just want to answer his question. What is the government?
Okay, I think, does anyone else have a question?
A little bit different. You're basically talking about the modalities, or rather the mechanisms of how the cryptocurrency works. But the idea behind everything, the idea behind any transaction is either making losses or profits. So in the investment point of view, we've had so many people critiquing the cryptocurrency transactions, saying that cryptocurrency is worthless, in the sense that cryptocurrency, when you invest in cryptocurrency, you expect the other person to be excited about our transaction so that they can also be part of the transaction. So if they're not excited about our transaction, they're not, the transaction is just between us, and so it's worthless. If I have, let's say, coins worth $1 million, let's say, and I'm transacting with him, the $1 million worth of currency, the transaction will only be between us unless somebody else feels excited about this transaction or about these coins, so that they say, no, I will not buy it at 1 million, I will buy at 1.5 million. So that's how the profit is made. And if anybody else is not excited about this transaction or about my coins, then it is still mine at 1 million, and there's no addition of value to my currencies or to my coins. So I think that's why people say it's a worthless transaction, because there's no value added onto my coins. So maybe just give us a light insight into it and how profits are made in the investment point of view.
I guess